Hi, beautiful people. I hope you're doing well today. My name is Tina, and this entire month I've been led to share with you a little bit about anxiety, my personal thoughts on anxiety, biblical views of anxiety, and what we can do to overcome anxiety. I am not a medical doctor. I cannot, prescribe medication or, tell you what the answer is to heal your anxiety. But I am a certified holistic health consultant and I have years of experience in helping myself with anxiety as well as extending help to others and helping them not necessarily with anxiety across the board, but with other issues that they battle with that interlinks with anxiety. So, with that being said, I wanted to share 6 strategies that I personally believe are very helpful when we battle with anxiety. The 6 are activity, physical activity, nutrition, hydration, deep breathing, calming the mind, and supplementation. Okay, so these are 6 strategies. First, I'm going to talk briefly about physical activity. Activity, whether it be walking, running, playing a sport, could even be golf. Physical activity is known to help reduce anxiety because it actually helps to burn off stress hormones and helps the body to relax. So I've noticed, people, friends, they tell me that after they exercise, they feel better. They feel, calmer and more at ease. People like me, physical exercise helps to a certain extent, but I also have to do stretching exercises and relaxation types of exercises. That helps me a little more to calm my soul, to, calm my nerves. So you know your body, you know what types of exercise may relax you and what types of exercise may not. So these are just strategies that you can use to figure out what physical exercise or what physical activity is best for you. So, physical activity is important across the board for your health. So, I also believe it helps with anxiety. All right, the second strategy is nutrition. Nutrition is huge, not just with anxiety, but just overall with our physical health, with simple healing. Nutrition is a big deal. So, studies show that, and I'm not a medical doctor here, okay, but studies show and reveal that a low glycemic diet is beneficial and helpful for those suffering with anxiety. And what I mean by low glycemic is glycemic indexes, they measure the system that ranks foods according to their effect on blood sugars in the body or blood sugar levels in the body. So a low glycemic diet would consist of foods that slowly are digested in the system and slowly absorbed, which causes lower and smaller rises or spikes in blood sugar levels. So it's more of a level blood sugar, keel in your body. So that is what just a basic glycemic index, what that means. So, low glycemic diet would consist of foods that like green leafy vegetables. I mean, even broccoli, just green vegetables are really good. Kidney beans, raw carrots, lentils, um, bran cereals. Most fruits are good. I don't want to say fruits per se. They are good, but I know if we battle with sugars, we may go overboard with, oh, this is low glycemic, let me just eat a bunch of fruit. No, there's got to be a balance between the foods that I did mention. Green leafy vegetables, just green vegetables in general, raw carrots, kidney beans, chickpeas, lentils, bran cereals, um, like whole bran cereals, and most fruits. So, also foods that you can eat that are medium, they're not low glycemic, but they're medium. So, in moderation, corn, bananas, raw pineapple, raisins, oat bran cereals, multigrains, oat brands, rye bread. So, these foods have medium glycemic index. Now, glycemic index foods that do not have carbs in them are not going to be on the list that you may look up, but they can be consumed on this low glycemic diet. And those are meats. Now, I'm not high on us eating a lot of red meat. That's just my personal opinion, but it is something that you can have in a low glycemic diet, but I personally prefer it should be in moderation. That's just my personal preference. Eggs, chicken, fish, herbs, spices, nuts like walnuts and almonds, those are good for this type of lifestyle, which can help with anxiety. Okay. Dr. Drew Ramsey, an assistant clinical professor of psychiatry of the Presbyterian Hospital, he says that almost universally, people get more anxious and irritable when they're hungry. Okay. So when you have an anxiety attack, it can be caused by a drop in your blood sugar. So the best thing to do is to have a quick, healthy snack that will help sustain you. And that could actually be, a handful of walnuts, dark chocolate. I'm not talking about chocolate with a bunch of sugar in it. 70% is what I believe is, a good level of dark chocolate. Just, a piece of it that can actually help sustain your blood sugar levels, help it not to continue to crash. Okay. So, foods that should be avoided or at least taken in moderation, like even less than what I mentioned with the medium glycemic index. These are high glycemic and they're not beneficial for our body overall. Okay. And that's refined sugars, excessive carbs like white rice, white bread, white potatoes. Those should be limited when I personally feel when we suffer with anxiety. We shouldn't eat a lot of white breads, white rice, white potatoes, white refined sugars. Okay. So, also foods and drink that should be avoided. And I did mention dark chocolate in moderation. Dark chocolate, 70% and higher in moderation is fine. Okay. For low glycemic index types of lifestyle. But caffeine overall should be in like a very minute. Coffee is not really good when you suffer with anxiety in many cases because it heightens. it's a stimulant, so it can heighten anxiety, okay, and thoughts of worry and fear. So that if you feel that there's a link between you and coffee and your anxiety, you should consider finding another alternative. There are many alternatives to coffee. So I know I'm stepping on toes probably because we're a coffee drinking nation, but that is something to consider, your caffeine intake. Um, whether it be Coke, just high caffeine, those energy drinks that are high in caffeine, look out for that. Okay. Also, those of us that drink alcohol, um, wine, just having a alcoholic beverage here and there, that can also promote anxiety. So just be aware of that. All right. So next we're going to talk about hydration. So studies reveal that moderate dehydration can increase feelings of anxiety. So it's imperative that we keep ourselves hydrated. And a rule of thumb is to drink your body weight, half of your body weight in ounces. So let's say someone's 100 pounds, they should drink 50 ounces of water a day, okay, to stay at least moderately hydrated. If you're exercising, sweating a lot, you need to increase that. But a rule of thumb is half your body weight in ounces is helpful to bringing your hydration to a sustainable level. Okay. Um, you don't have to, but if you are dehydrated, electrolytes are essential for our body to function properly. So you can put a pinch of natural salt, like Himalayan salt, in your water. It doesn't have to be in every single glass, but just to help your body, the electrolytes to be replenished in your body is very beneficial as well. Okay, so the third technique strategy that you can use to help you with anxiety is deep breathing. And I'm a firm believer in this. This is very beneficial just across the board, not just with anxiety, just in life. The Lord gave us his breath and he wants us to breathe. He wants us to breathe in his breath every day, okay? Deeply. A lot of us don't know how to breathe. Taking deep breaths, okay? Practicing deep breathing can reduce feelings of anxiety. Okay, an example of a deep breathing exercise would be to breathe in on the count of 4, to hold your breath for a count of 4, and to breathe out at a count of 4. Okay, so I'm going to do this and you can do it with me. Okay, we're going to breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold it 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you just continue that. You don't have to say 1, 2, 3, 4. Just you can do that in your head, but just okay, just calming your soul, calming your spirit. Okay, through deep breathing. That's very important. You can do this while you walk as well, which, during your physical activity, that can help as well. Okay, the fourth thing is calming your mind. Now, I touched on this in the other videos that, I shared different things that we can do, but I also want to bring it up here. Constant negative verbal thoughts of worry and fear can heighten anxiety. So if you're meditating on God's word, that will help to lower your anxiety. It can help, and I believe that it does help. Okay, so now The next strategy I want to talk about, and it's the sixth. I think I got these out of order here. Let's see. Activity, nutrition, hydration, deep breathing, calming the mind. Okay, yes, that's the fifth, calming the mind. And the sixth is supplementation. Okay, now I want to say this, supplementation is not what we run to first. Okay, I've been guilty of doing this, and I want to let you know that if you're battling with any issue, don't run to medication and supplementation as your first line of defense. Okay, try these other strategies like foods, because foods have supplements within them. They have nutrition, and it's naturally assimilated in the body the way that, the body was meant to assimilate your vitamins and nutrients. Okay, and if this is not enough, then through your health practitioner, through prayer, then lean into supplementation. Okay, so a few supplements that I want to mention are magnesium. Magnesium is essential for healthy transmission of nerves and muscle impulses. It does a lot of things. Magnesium does a lot of good things in the body. Depletion of magnesium can cause irritability, irregular heartbeat, nervous fatigue, symptoms of twitching, muscle spasms, restless leg syndrome, anxiety with hypersensitivity may also there may be a sign of magnesium deficiency in your body. I know I'm personally deficient in magnesium, so magnesium helps me. I know I mentioned that, I have irritability at times, anger, and I feel it's linked also with my personal deficiency in magnesium. So I have to take that every day. Also, Epsom salt baths may help replenish your magnesium. You can use relaxing oils in it, in your bath water, like lavender, chamomile, bergamot, lemon oil. Those can help along with the Epsom salt bath. So that could be a beneficial strategy for you to use to help calm your nerves. B complex vitamins are also beneficial in helping with anxiety. They've helped me. I personally believe that I have and am deficient in B complex vitamins. People that eat diets that are high in carbs, which I'm prone to do, they're often deficient in B vitamins. Okay, so if you're craving a lot of carbs, starches, I feel even sugars, high carb foods can be a sign that you're deficient. Not necessarily that you are, but it can be a sign that you are deficient in B complex vitamins. Okay. So, like I mentioned, I prefer that you first increase foods that are high in B complex vitamins before you start consuming supplements, because that's not the answer. Food, meditation on God's word, I believe that is where healing takes, because it gets to the root, of the issue. Supplementation is, I feel, necessary because a lot of foods that we eat are depleted in minerals that our body needs because the soil has been depleted. So I do believe supplementation is necessary, but some of us may not be as deficient, so we may not really need to take supplements along with changing our diet. Okay, so I just feel like I need to reiterate that, because a lot of us just run to the supplements and not change our diet and not take the steps necessary to be healthy and whole. All right, so I'm going to mention foods first that are high in B complex vitamins. Whole grains like brown rice, barley, millet, uh, poultry, fish, red meat in moderation, beans, lentils, seeds, nuts like sunflower seeds, almonds, dark green leafy vegetables, like I mentioned in the low glycemic um, diet, citrus fruits, avocados, bananas. Okay, so those are good sources of B complex. Okay, so a supplement, a good B complex supplement should also have vitamin C in it. So if you're leaning towards supplementation, make sure it also has vitamin C in it because it is beneficial for them to work together in the body. Some nutrients and minerals work better together. Okay. So also there are several herbs. I'm not going to mention herbs right now, but I will mention two supplements that have herbs in them that have helped me personally. And one is NutriCalm and another is called Stress Relief. And those two, I love Nature Sunshine products. I Those products, they're top of the line to me. Also, Now products are good. They're on the less expensive, but Nature Sunshine to me, they have helped me with a plethora of issues because they're just high quality um, supplements. So NutriCalm and Stress Relief. If you want extra details on that, you can email me at simplehealing, the number 7 at gmail.com, and I can give you additional information on how to get NutriCalm or Stress Relief to help you with your anxiety, with the anxiety that you are battling with. Now, common signs of B uh, vitamin deficiency are anemia, skin disorders like dermatitis, inflammation of the mouth, like oral ulcers, cracks at the corners of the mouth, chapped lips. Those can be a sign of B complex vitamin deficiency. Tingling or numbness in the hands or feet. I get this in my hands. Irritability, confusion, depression, diarrhea, memory lapses, unsteadiness, and poor muscle coordination. Okay, so those can be a sign that you have B complex issues, as well as, like I mentioned, anxiety. So, with that being said, those can be strategies that you can use along with your time with Jesus and along with you asking, the Lord what doctor, is best suited for you, that can work alongside you to check to see if you're deficient in magnesium, B complex vitamins, if that would be good for you to partake of. I know personally those have helped me. Magnesium as a mineral, B complex vitamins have helped. So I love you all. I'm hoping something that was said may have, sparked, oh, well, let me try that. Let me see if this may, help me to breathe deep every day when I'm sensing, or the low blood sugar levels. You can check that with your doctor. I love you all. I pray that you have a wonderful rest of the day and you be blessed.